AITA, do not want a service dog to participate in my wedding. Throwaway. I'm 28 female, am getting married in the spring. I've asked one of my best friends to be one of my bridesmaids. She has a service dog for PTSD. I respect her dog and glad she has it in her life. My fiancé and I don't particularly care for dogs, and we've decided we don't want her service dog in our photos or in the ceremony. When I asked her, she got excited and immediately said her dog could wear something to match the rest of the bridesmaids. That's when I explained that the dog could come to the wedding but wouldn't be an active participant in the day. We don't want it in photos or in the ceremony. It could go to photos but not be in them. It'll be off to the side for the 10 to 15-minute ceremony. In preliminary discussions with our photographer, we've brought this up. She did not take it well, called me an asshole and ableist, and it was not a constructive conversation after the ask. She hasn't accepted my offer to be a bridesmaid, but also hasn't declined formally. Am I the asshole?
Nah. I'm going YTA based off OP's further comments when questioned if they'd ask a wheelchair user to hide their wheelchair for photos, and OP said that they'd have to think about it. OP sees their wedding guests or party as mere props for their photos, not as actual friends and family, disabilities and all. The fact OP needs time to decide whether or not to include someone in a wheelchair in their wedding photos says it all. It's not about the dog, it's only aesthetics that matter to them. AITA, I need to use a walking stick sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, so I take a fold-out one with me everywhere I go in case I suddenly need it to help me. Having it 15 feet away from me doesn't help me if I need it. It has to be on my person or within arm's reach in order for it to serve its purpose. Equally, if someone invited me to be a part of their wedding, I'd probably consider decorating my stick to match the wedding-themed colors, etc. Having the stick dressed up, if you will, doesn't affect its ability to serve purpose. I guess you could say it's the same way as having a service dog 15 feet away from you likely makes the dog benign in its ability to be of service.
I'm probably going to get downvoted to hell, but I have a service dog. I was also MOH in my best friend's wedding. My service dog was sat in the front row with her family during the ceremony and wasn't included in the formal pictures. It wasn't a constant thing. It was 15 minutes here and 5 minutes there. I could still see my dog, and she could see me. She still alerted just fine when I was feeling overwhelmed. It's not a huge ask to not have the dog be part of the ceremony. Keep the dog in the front row and off to the side during formal pics. Bride needs to decide if she's willing to take the chance that there will be a meltdown because her PTSD may be triggered. Friend needs to decide the same.
I felt the same way. Also, they'll be with people they generally know or, in theory, a safe place. Not going against a service dog, but for a few minutes for pictures when the dog is still allowed to be within range, I don't think it's a huge ask.
NTA, you said you're okay with your friend having the dog at the wedding, just did not want the dog to be an active participant in the wedding ceremony and photos. I feel like everyone voting YTA did not read the post fully and assumed the bride does not want the bridesmaid to bring the dog at all. And that is clearly not true. The bride says the dog at the wedding, to the side, is fine. But to be an active participant in the wedding ceremony and the photos is not. The bride doesn't want the dog on the photos, so why does she need to have photos with the dog to placate her friend? It's not her friend's wedding, and it's not the friend who is paying for the photos either.